In this video, we are going to discuss some topical past papers, paper 2 questions that have been randomly selected from atoms, molecules, ions, and electrons. So before we continue, I just want to appreciate those of you who have taken your time to subscribe to our channel. Well, for those of you who haven't subscribed to the channel, please remember that we are more interested in your success, and we advise you to take your time and subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share to other fellow learners. Advise those who will be writing exams in next year or in 2 years' time to also subscribe. It will be of help to them. Thank you. Let's get started. We will be starting with question number 1. Complete the table below element X, Y, and Z. The atomic numbers of element X have been given, and there is we need the one for element Z. The atomic number for the number of protons have been given for all of them too. We need the number of protons for element X and Y. The number of neutrons for X and Y and Z has also been given. The number of the mass number for element X has not been given, but that for element Y and Z has also been given. And the electronic configuration has also been given for element X, but that for Y and Z has not been given. Now, they are now asking us to complete the table below the element X, Y, and Z. We are starting with 1. The atomic number for element Z is, they are given 1. They ask us to complete it. Now, based on the information that has been given on the proton number, their proton number for element Z is 16. Remember that the proton number is equal to the atomic number, and for that reason, element Z atomic number is 16. Then 2, give the proton number for element X. Again, remember that atomic number is equal to the number of protons. Therefore, the proton number for element X is 11. 3, the proton number for element Y. And again, remember that the proton number is equal to the atomic number. The proton number is equal to the atomic number. And for that reason, the proton number for element Y is 6. Then 4, the mass number. The mass number for element X has not been given. But based on the information that we have been given, remember that the number of protons, and the number of the proton number and the number of neutrons give what we give the atomic or the mass number. And remember that atomic number is equal to the proton number. So proton number plus the neutron number will give us the mass number. Therefore, for 4, we will have 11 plus 12, which will be 23. So the mass number 4 for element X is 23. Then 5 is the electronic configuration for element Y. Remember that the information we have been given is the proton number, the atomic number for Y is 6. Therefore, based on this system of electronic configuration, the electronic configuration for element Y will be 2, 4. Based on this system of electronic configuration. For element Z, we have been given their proton number to be 16, and the number of proton is equal to the number of electrons. And now, electronic configuration for 16 for element Z will be 286. 286. For the purpose of revision, you should remember that the electron, the last electron, the outermost electron or the valence electron indicates the group number of that element. For this purpose, element X that has only one valence electron belongs to group 1 of the periodic table. Element Y that has 4 valence electrons belong to group 14 or group 4 of the periodic table. And element Z that has 6 valence electrons belong to group 6 or group 16 of the periodic table. Then B, which of the element X, Y, and Z is a metal? Obviously, the element that belongs to group 1 of the periodic table, and that group 1 of the periodic table, as indicated by one electron in the outermost shell or the one valence electron, is element X. So element X is a metal. Now let's go to question number, the next part of the question. The next part of the question is C. 1. Element Y combined with element Z to form a compound. Give the formula of the compound Y and Z. Remember that Y belongs to group 4 or group 14 of the periodic table, and the Z belongs to group 6 or group 16 of the periodic table. And now when the two combine, what will be the formula? Now, group 4, they have a +4 oxidation state. They have a +4 oxidation states. Then group 6, which is element Z, they have a -2 oxidation state. Now there's a +2, there's a +4, and a -2. So when these two they combine, let's say Y has +4 and the Z has -2. Now, in order to cancel them out, or for the other one to cancel out each other, for +4 we will need 2 -2. To cancel the +4, we will need 2 -2. So we will need -2 of the -2 from 2 of the -2 from Z. We will need 2 of the -2 from Z to cancel the +4 in the Y, because Y group 4 or group 14 they have a +4 oxidation state. So in order for the we will need a -4 and a -4 and a +4, or we will need a -4 to cancel the +4 of the group 4 or the group 14. So we will need 2 of the -2, since group 6 or group 16 has an oxidation state of -2. So there are 2 of them that we will need to cancel the other one. For that reason, it will be YZ2. It will be YZ2. Okay. Now let's go to 2. Write down the most likely formula of compound formed between X and the Z. X belongs to group 1 and the Z belongs to group 6. X belongs to group 1 and Z belongs to group 6. So in that case, what is the charge of group 1? The charge of group 1 is what? The charge of group 1 is +1, and the charge of group 6 is -2. In order to cancel out the charges, we will need 2. We will need 2 of the +1 charge. So there will be 2 of the x to cancel the -2. So we will need +1 and another +1 to give +2. That will cancel the -2 of the group 6, which is of the group 6. So in that case, group 1, which is x, will have +1 and +1. So there will be 2 of x. Then and 2 of x will give +2. Then group 6, which group 6 we will call group 16, will has -2. So now -2 + 2 will cancel each other. In that case, we now have 2 of x that is required to cancel the -2 of z. So the formula is x2z. Okay. Number 3. What type of bonding exists between element of x and z? Group 1 and group 6. What type of bond? The type of bond that exists between it is what we call an ionic bond. It's an ionic bond between metals and non-metals. Group 1 belongs to is a metal, and the group 6 is a non-metal. So it is an ionic bond, or what we call electrovalent bond, that exists. D. The relative atomic mass of the element Z is accurately quoted as 32.1. Suggests why it is not a whole number. Obviously, you should know that the relative atomic mass of every element is calculated from isotopic masses. It is calculated from isotopic masses. So we can now conclude that it is not a whole number because it is an average of the isotopic masses of the element. It is an average of the isotopic masses of the element. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Once more, for those who have not subscribed to our channel, please take your time and subscribe. Love our video. Like our video. Share to other fellow learners, and advise those who will be writing exam in next year or in 2 years' time to also subscribe. Wishing you best of luck in your exams. Thank you very much.